All right, and moving on to question number 89. This one says if integer a is odd and positive, then a plus 2 must be what? And I made myself a note again. I said pick a number. I'm going to use the pick a number strategy. So a is odd and positive. So what's an example of a number that is odd and positive? I never want to use the number 0 or 1 when I'm using this strategy. So I'll give myself another easy odd positive number, 3. So 3 plus 2 must be what? 5 is odd and positive. That's true. Odd and negative. Even and positive. Even and negative. Nope. I didn't have to pick any more numbers. My first pick worked. 5 is odd and positive. Got it. Number 90, which of the following is equivalent to negative 5y is greater than 35? There's a rule to remember here. When you're solving for your variable and you have an inequality, I want to divide both sides of my inequality by negative 5, and something happens when I divide or multiply both sides of an inequality by a negative number. And that is that my inequality flips around. So on this side, my negative signs cancel out and my 5s cancel out. I'm just left with y. And 35 divided by negative 5, a positive number divided by a negative number, is a negative. And 35 divided by 5 is 7. I have proved my answer. Number 91, equilateral triangle ABC has side AB that measures square root of 3 inches. What is the measure of the opposite angle of side AB? So if we have an equilateral triangle, that means all 3 sides are the same. Same. And when all 3 sides are the same, all 3 angles are same. And we know, or you can look on the reference sheet, that all the sum of the measures of the interior angles of a triangle is 180 degrees. That's given to you if you don't have it memorized. So that means since there's 3 angles in an equilateral triangle, it's 180 divided by 3. I know that 3 goes into 18 6 times, and I need my 0 placeholder. So it doesn't matter which angle it is, it's going to be 60 degrees if we're talking about an equilateral triangle. Number 92 says the line y equals 5 is reflected across the x-axis. What is the equation of the new line that results? So here's my coordinate plane. My graph of y equals 5 is where y is always equal to 5. So we have a horizontal line here. And if I were to take my coordinate plane and fold it on the x-axis, this red line would move down here at y equals negative 5. Question number 93 says, which of the following is equivalent to the absolute value of negative 25? And an absolute value just means the distance away from 0. So it doesn't matter that it's negative 25, it's still 25 units away from 0. And I know that 5 squared means 5 times 5, which is 25, and that's going to be my answer. B would be negative 25 because we got the negative sign outside. C would be negative 35. And negative 20 plus 5 parentheses first would be negative 15. And then negative 15 would be positive 15. Number 94 says for rectangle ABCD, AB equals BC equals CD. Which of the following is false? So for rectangle ABCD, we actually have if AB equals BC equals CD, then we actually have a square. The measure of all 4 angles would be 90 degrees. AD would equal BC. Measure of angle A would not be greater than measure of angle B because they would be equal. They would both be 90 degrees. That's false. And measure of angle A plus measure of angle D equals 180 degrees. That's true. 90 plus 90 makes 180. Number 95. Maya and Leah both take a multiple choice biology test that is scored out of 25. If Maya's score is 16 percentage points higher than Leah's score, and Leah receives 17 out of 25, what is Maya's score? So for me to find the percentage, I got Leah and Maya. Leah got 17 out of 25. To think about it as percentages, I want to think of it out of 100. So 17 times what? What do I got to multiply by? What did I multiply by 25 to make 100? I multiplied by 4. So I also need to multiply my 17 times 4, like equivalent fractions. 4 times 7 is 28. 4 times 1 is 4 plus 2 makes 6. So Leah had a 68. And if I go back, it says Maya's score is 16 points higher than Leah's. So out of 100, Maya got 68 plus 16. 8 plus 6 is 14. 6 plus 1 is 7. Plus 1 more we carried, 84. But I want to think of it out of 25. How do I turn 100 down to 25? I divide by 4. So 84 divided by 4. 4 goes into 8 2 times. And 4 goes into 4 1 time. So Maya's score was 21 out of 25. Number 96, a triangle has one angle that measures 90 degrees and 2 legs that are equal in length. Which of the following must be true? So we have a 90-degree angle, and then this side and this side are the same. So if we have 2 equal sides, we do have an isosceles triangle. It is a right triangle because it has a right angle. That's correct. Isosceles does mean 2 equal angles. All of its sides are equal in length. For sure not. The remaining two angles of the triangle are both 45 degrees. Is that true? I know I need 3 angles in my triangle to add up to 180 degrees. We know one angle is 90. And if I plug in 45 plus 45, I get 90. Plus 90, I get 180. That is true. So, which of the following must be true? Must 1 and 3. Number 97. Which of the following pairs of lines are perpendicular? Perpendicular lines will have slopes that are opposite reciprocals. So if I look over here, I just want to look at my slopes. Let's see, well, let me highlight a little bit. Oof. 2 and 2. These slopes are equal. They would make parallel lines. These slopes on B are equal. Again, -1, parallel lines. C, -1/2 and 2. They are opposite because one is negative, one is positive. And we can take any whole number and turn it to a fraction by putting a 1 at the bottom. They are reciprocals because 1/2 and 2/1, the numbers were flipped around. So C has perpendicular slopes, and D, they are reciprocals but not opposite. So they would just be different lines, not parallel or perpendicular. Number 98, how many integers between 1 and 30 inclusive meet both conditions below? Number 1, the integer is prime. So what are our prime numbers? We got 2, 3, 5, 7, no more even numbers. 9 can be divided by 3, 11, 13, 15 can be divided by 5, 17, 19, 21 can be divided by 3, 23, 25 can be divided by 5, 27 can be divided by 3, 29, and then 30 is not prime. So these are all the prime numbers. The sum of the digits of the integer is equal or less than 3. 2 is equal or less than 3. 3 is equal or less than 3. Too much, too